A stormy wind whips across a narrow bridge, suspended high above a bottomless chasm. Two sisters stand at the edge, one with skin as dark as midnight, eyes gentle but steady, the other pale as moonlight, her gaze sharp, her smile laced with pride. The bridge beneath them isn't ordinary. It reacts to their hearts. Each flicker of love strengthens the planks. Every spike of arrogance makes it tremble and crack. One step could bring them together, or one wrong thought could shatter everything. In this test of emotions, only one thing matters. Can love truly overcome pride, or will the bridge of two hearts collapse forever? The sisters stood at the edge of the bridge, feeling the weight of the abyss below, the wind tearing at their hair, the sky painted in angry grays that mirror the storm brewing between them. The first steps they took caused the bridge to sway, the ropes groaning like a living creature, reacting to their emotions. Black-faced sister, Amara, took a deep breath, feeling her heart pulse with calm determination. Her white-faced sister, Elara, rolled her eyes, impatient, tapping her foot with subtle contempt, her arrogance radiating in waves strong enough to make the bridge quiver. Each plank beneath their feet was alive, bending to the will of their inner hearts, a bridge not just of wood and rope, but of truth and conscience. Amara's steps were slow, deliberate, her focus on maintaining balance not only physically but emotionally. She whispered softly, a mantra only she could hear, a call for understanding and compassion. The bridge responded, planks firming under her conviction, ropes steadying as if recognizing her love for the world around her. Beside her, Elara scoffed, loud enough for the wind to carry, words dripping with disdain and pride. The air seemed to react violently, ropes tightening with strain, planks creaking under the weight of her ego. Amara glanced at her sister, eyes soft but piercing, knowing this journey was not just a physical one. Every emotion mattered. Every thought could tip the scales. The first section of the bridge was narrow, barely wide enough for one footstep to be safe. Amara reached out instinctively, grabbing Elara's hand, a gesture of peace and unity. Elara pulled back sharply, her grin edged with defiance. "I don't need your hand," she said, voice sharp like broken glass. The bridge shuddered violently, threatening to snap, ropes straining under the clash of love and pride. Amara's heart ached, not just from fear of falling, but from the realization that her sister's arrogance was a force almost as tangible as gravity itself. Yet she did not retreat. She pressed on, knowing that stepping away would doom them both. As they advanced, memories of their shared childhood flashed, laughing under a warm sun, whispering secrets in the quiet night, holding each other through small tragedies that felt monumental at the time. Each memory was a plank of its own, reinforcing the bridge with emotional truth. Amara felt the strength of these memories like armor around her heart. Elara, however, recalled the moments differently, magnifying slights and jealousies, letting her ego color the past with bitterness. With each flashback, the bridge responded. It grew solid under Amara's loving recollections, while warped, twisted, and threatened to crumble under Elara's prideful interpretations. The wind picked up, carrying a chill that whispered secrets across the chasm. Amara whispered words of encouragement, not only to Elara but to herself. Love builds what pride destroys. The bridge responded subtly, ropes tightening in support, planks growing firmer, the swaying less threatening. Elara noticed but refused to admit the truth, stepping faster, her prideful energy making the bridge groan under her every motion. Amara's calm contrasted sharply, and the bridge, like a living mirror of their hearts, reflected the tension perfectly. Midway across, a plank snapped under a surge of pride, sending a tremor through the bridge. Elara's eyes widened in fear, though her face remained defiant. She lunged instinctively for Amara, who caught her without hesitation, feeling her sister's pulse racing in sync with her own. The bridge held momentarily, balancing between love and arrogance, each heartbeat a negotiation, each breath a calculation. They moved slowly, the gap below endless and merciless, the storm above punishing. Yet Amara's steady presence was an anchor, a reminder that hearts aligned with empathy could withstand even the strongest gusts of ego. Elara's gaze flickered, a brief crack in the armor of arrogance. She noticed the bridge holding firm beneath Amara's careful steps, noticed the security in love, in calm patience, in deliberate care. A small part of her wanted to reach for the same security, but her pride screamed louder. She laughed, sharp and bitter, masking the tug of vulnerability she refused to acknowledge. The bridge, sensing this internal conflict, quivered violently, testing both sisters. Every movement was critical. Every emotion mattered. They reached a stretch where the ropes hung loose, planks dangling over a yawning gap. Amara held tightly to a rope with one hand, reaching for the next plank with the other. Elara, impatient and unsteady, stepped too quickly, and the plank tilted dangerously. Amara steadied it, whispering, "We can do this together." Her voice was soft, persuasive, yet strong, weaving a subtle rhythm that calmed the chaos. The bridge shivered, then gradually straightened under the power of unity and understanding, even as pride tried to wrestle control back. Thunder rolled across the sky, as if echoing the internal battle raging within Elara. A lightning flash illuminated the sisters, one dark, one light, shadows dancing across the bridge like spirits of judgment. Amara's eyes were resolute, heart aligned with truth and love. She reached out once more, not command, but to invite her sister into alignment. Pride trembled within Elara, a brief acknowledgement of the truth she had long resisted. The bridge beneath them responded subtly, planks steadying slightly under this unspoken admission, ropes loosening just enough to allow forward progress without collapse. Time seemed to stretch, each step heavy with the weight of consequence. The sisters were bound by more than rope and wood. They were bound by the invisible force of emotion itself. Amara felt the pulse of the bridge, a rhythm that matched her own steady heartbeat. Elara's pulse was erratic, chaotic, a storm that threatened to undo everything. Yet Amara persisted, moving with patience, gentleness, and courage. Each step forward was an act of faith, each word of encouragement a plank reinforced in reality. The bridge narrowed even further, a thin thread of hope suspended over the abyss. Amara took a deep breath, feeling her love for her sister radiate outward, tangible and strong. Elara hesitated, pride warring with the instinct to trust, the ego resisting the humility required to cross safely. A gust of wind rattled the ropes, and for a moment, it seemed the bridge might break entirely. Amara's eyes met Elara's, steady and unwavering, silently offering a choice: let go of pride or risk falling into nothingness. Elara's fingers tightened around her sister's hand, a small, reluctant acknowledgement of the truth Amara had always known. Love, even against defiance, could withstand the harshest trials. As they continued, the bridge reacted subtly, planks gaining firmness, ropes taut with newfound strength. Each heartbeat of mutual recognition, each step taken with intention rather than impulse, allowed the sisters to move further, closer to the other side. Amara's calm, kind presence was a glue that kept the bridge intact, a living testament to the power of love over pride. The storm above, while still raging, seemed less threatening as the bridge responded to the alignment of hearts rather than the fury of the wind. By now, the bridge no longer felt entirely like a threat. It was a mirror of their inner selves, a living representation of the consequences of emotion. Amara understood that crossing successfully was not about defeating Elara, but about guiding, inspiring, and reflecting the strength of love, patience, and humility. She whispered softly, "Every step we take together makes us stronger. Every choice matters." The bridge pulsed gently beneath their feet, as if acknowledging her wisdom, as if agreeing that hearts aligned and understanding can indeed overcome the gravity of pride and fear. The chasm below seemed endless, yet the sisters pressed forward, hand in hand despite the friction of conflicting hearts. Amara's focus remained unshakable, her emotional energy creating stability where chaos threatened. Elara, though still reluctant, could feel the bridge supporting them, could feel a strange sense of safety she had never admitted to herself before. Pride resisted, but curiosity and instinct began to whisper, a dangerous combination for someone so used to control. With each step, the bridge reacted more favorably, ropes tightening in support, planks solidifying under their collective will. The storm's intensity mirrored the internal struggle, yet it became increasingly apparent that the real trial was not the elements, but the hearts themselves. Amara led with quiet courage, a calm force that slowly began to influence her sister's emotional state, not by force, but by presence, by reflection, by example. Elara's footsteps faltered, but she did not retreat. For the first time, she acknowledged the weight of her own emotions, the fragility of the bridge, the possibility of destruction should pride overwhelm. Amara's gaze met hers, steady, patient, non-judgmental. The bridge responded subtly, reinforcing stability under the quiet power of love, the undeniable force of patience, the living proof that hearts aligned in truth could indeed bear immense pressure without breaking. Clashing with the necessity of collaboration, Amara tightened her grip, speaking firmly yet calmly. Together or not at all. Pride won't save you, only us together. Elara's eyes met her sister's, and in that instant, something shifted. A quiet acknowledgement, a flicker of humility, passed through her defenses. The bridge steadied, responding to the tiniest alignment of hearts. Every step became a testament to the delicate balance of emotion and choice. The storm began to wane, but the tension remained high. Each sister had felt the bridge react to their internal states, understood the consequences of their heart's impulses. Amara's unwavering calm continued to stabilize them, reinforcing the bridge plank by plank, heartbeat by heartbeat. Elara's pride now battled a strange, foreign sensation, a recognition that strength could exist in vulnerability, that love could be more powerful than ego. The bridge became a test not of physical endurance, but of emotional wisdom. They approached the final stretch, the bridge taut and trembling only slightly. The abyss below seemed less threatening, less consuming, as if the bridge itself was forgiving, rewarding their perseverance. Amara whispered again, softly, "Trust your heart, not your pride. Love builds, pride destroys. You know this." Elara's hand tightened slightly in hers, not in defiance, but in silent acknowledgement. For the first time, the storm of pride seemed to yield to the quiet power of love and understanding. With deliberate steps, they crossed the last unstable plank. The wind softened, the ropes slackened, planks firm completely beneath them. The bridge had transformed, not into something permanent, but into a living reflection of what had transpired. The sisters reached the other side together, breathless but triumphant. Amara smiled softly, eyes glistening with the quiet satisfaction of emotional victory. Elara exhaled, a mix of relief, pride, and the first spark of humility in years. They had crossed the bridge, not as adversaries, but as two halves of a whole, their hearts forever linked by the lessons learned and the bonds reinforced by shared struggle. The bridge of two hearts teaches a profound truth about the human condition. Our relationships are living structures built not from wood or stone, but from the intricate, delicate fabric of emotion. Love and humility reinforce the strongest connections, while pride and arrogance threaten to destroy even the most stable foundations. Every interaction, every choice, every heartbeat influences a bridge of trust, compassion, and understanding that connects us to others. The story of Amara and Elara is a reflection of this universal principle. Amara's patience, empathy, and unwavering calm demonstrate the immense power of love, not as a passive force, but as a proactive, constructive energy capable of counteracting destructive emotions. Her ability to stay grounded, steady, and kind allowed her to guide her sister across a bridge that reacted to their very souls. Elara's prideful resistance highlights the dangers of letting ego dictate one's path. Arrogance, unchecked, threatens to fracture relationships, to undermine connections, and to create isolation. Yet the story also shows that even the most prideful hearts can find redemption when met with patience, understanding, and unwavering love. True strength lies not in dominance or superiority, but in the courage to acknowledge vulnerability, to collaborate, and to embrace humility. Emotional intelligence, empathy, and the conscious effort to align actions with positive intentions are the beams that keep the metaphorical bridge intact. The bridge is a mirror for the soul, reflecting the consequences of our choices, revealing that emotional alignment between individuals is essential for stability. Relationships thrive when we actively cultivate trust, empathy, and love, and they falter when arrogance, pride, or selfishness dominate our interactions. The lesson transcends the story. Every connection we build requires attention to the emotional undercurrents, mindfulness in communication, and the courage to prioritize love over ego. Like the sisters, we must learn that crossing the bridges of life successfully demands balance, patience, and intentionality. Ultimately, The story of Amara and Elara underscores that hearts intertwined by understanding and compassion can endure storms that would destroy those guided solely by pride. The bridge, ever responsive to their emotions, symbolizes life itself, fragile, dynamic, and profoundly influenced by our inner states. By nurturing love, empathy, and humility, we build connections that withstand adversity, transform conflict into growth, and allow us to reach the other side stronger, wiser, and more united. The bridge of two hearts is not merely a journey across a physical span. It is a testament to the transformative power of aligning hearts, the resilience of relationships forged in understanding, and the enduring truth that love, when chosen consciously, can bridge any chasm,